The XSHOT Pro Motorized Piston Pump AEB is finally here after waiting for 4 months for it to come out. Let's talk about it. The Piston Pump AEB comes with its own rechargeable 2000 milliamp rechargeable battery. It also comes with a metal barrel on a barrel collet, which is surprising. A brand new Talon geometry magazine, a brand new pink type of XSP dart, and an accuracy boosting roller scar, which we have never seen from XSHOT. This is what you get for $73 US. Usually, I don't talk about the boxes these blasters come in, but this one is definitely worth talking about. Starting off with the back of the box, which you can see the entire assembly of the blaster, including a pair of iPro, and the fact that everything you see is what's used in the entire assembly. You have the motor and the grip, gears, metal gears, by the way. You have the gears right here. You have the plunger rod, and the plunger tube right here. And you have the barrel collet and how the entire blaster functions. Moving on to the front of the box. Down here, we have the XSHOT Seal of Excellence. This is an award that XSHOT gave themselves for being such a good company and having such a good blaster, which they absolutely deserve this award. This claims up to 160-foot ranges, which is more than the Fury X and more than the XSHOT Longshot Pro. And it is powered by its own rechargeable battery and motorized piston pump TM. It also includes 40 darts plus a pair of iPro, which is really nice. Starting off, this magazine is a brand new type of magazine we've never seen from XSHOT. This is the worker Talon geometry that we usually see in the hobby. This used to be focused off of the Jet Blaster Katana geometry. This mag has nothing wrong with it, although it does not work in many of our blasters today. This mag is much more relevant and has much better plastic quality compared to this. And one of the other things is that this is a brand new type of dart. This is a pink dart, and I believe that the weight is also evenly distributed throughout the dart, and most of the weight is in the tip of the dart rather than the back of the dart than the old red darts. Overall, this magazine is a lot better, and it fits 15 rounds compared to some of the Dart Zone magazines, Dart Zone's Talons, which fit 12. This one fits 15 and is a lot more sturdier and has its own little cool bumper. That's a really nice feature. Now, when you first get the XSHOT Pro Motorized Piston Pump, it's important to know that there are safety features and there are ways you have to specifically load it. Starting off, when you first get the blaster, it arrives in the deprimed position, which means that you automatically have to prime it yourself, which means when you first get it, you set it into semi, you can have your magazine in. This is how you chamber your first round, or you can insert it and use the reload puller later. You're gonna pull the trigger, you're gonna hear 2 beeps. Then you pull the trigger again. You're gonna hear this noise. That means it is now in the primed position. Now you can fire. And little extra feature here. When you insert your magazine, a brand new fresh magazine, instead of dry firing your blaster and working out the spring, you can use this little feature back here. You pull this back and release. That's how you chamber another round. Now, when you shoot the motorized piston pump, there is automatically a system that chambers a new round, as you can see. Another round has been chambered after you just shot your first round. And you can keep on doing this until your mag is out, and then you reload again using the same system. And while we're here, let's talk about the full auto rate of fire. Swapping into full auto, this is the full auto rate of fire. It is around 3 to 4 darts per second, which is good, but not usable in most scenarios. Single fire is going to be your best friend during this. Although, you can never get as fast as full auto when you're in single fire. As you can see, when I try to do 2-round burst, it's going to do, instead of doing boom, 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 it's going to go like boom, boom, boom. That's because this is powered off of a 2000 milliamp Li-ion battery instead of a LiPo, which of course is okay and is much safer than using a LiPo, but it still functions as well as other AEBs like the BK1S. Now, Let's move on to the chronograph test. Now, testing the piston pump without a B car and its normal darts, I got readings of 180 down to 160 with a high of 189. Oh my gosh. Testing it with the B car and the same darts, it did lower the velocity a little bit, but not significantly. I still got a high of 180 and a low of 165. Now, using something like the Adventure Force Pro darts with no B car, I get a high of 190 and a low of 167, which is very good considering that the pink darts were lighter and these are getting higher readings. The B car with AF Pro darts got a high of 186 and a low of 154. This does seem a little bit better without the B car, as it's just a little bit more consistent. Talking about magazine compatibility with the AEB, also known as the piston pump, it does work with its own 15-round Talon. It works with the Dart Zone 12-round Talon. It works with the Worker 18-round Talon. It works with the, surprisingly, it does work with the Dart Zone Max magazine, and works with its own old XSHOT Pro magazine. A mag that it does not work with, however, are the Nerf Pro mags that came with the Strife X. As you can see, the feed lip right here does not go in all the way, causing it not to feed right. Well, I would test it to see, but as you can see from this jam door, the mag lips are not fully upright. So if this was not here, it would fit in here, but these mags are not really the best mags. So I would rather get something like a Worker Talon or even the Dart Zone mags. Let's move on to my final thoughts about the piston pump AEB. My final thoughts on the XSHOT Pro motorized piston pump is that it does what it's supposed to and that it functions really, really well. The grip is comfortable, the front hand grip is really comfortable, and all of this priced around $75 US is a really good deal. This blaster is a very good success from XSHOT and is one of the best blasters of 2025 that isn't the Fury X. This blaster is immaculate and amazing in many ways, and I hope that XSHOT continues to make home runs like this blaster. I want to thank every single one of you for the amount of support I've gotten on the Foam Flinger 503 channel, also known as Abject 503. The amount of support I've gotten on this channel is insane, and I have not gotten any sort of views or likes or support like this. This is a big step for me in this channel and in this sort of hobby, and I want to thank every single one of you for helping me achieve my goals, and I'm hoping sometime this month I can hit over 100 subscribers. I want to give a massive thank you to everyone who's helped me throughout this hobby and throughout my content creation journey. Thank you.